So, in this video, I want to talk to you about the things that I was told and that society tells you around the key elements to keeping your marriage going. And they're myths. They are absolute myths. And they don't work if you want a long lasting marriage. Trust me, I know this. And it's stuff that as women we get told, right? And one of those things is that you must set your boundaries out and you must tell him, and you must be very firm with those boundaries. And if he steps out of line, you must punish him. You punish him through being silent or withholding intimacy, because that way he's going to learn. Myth number one, right? Setting boundaries and being firm. Myth number two, if he oversteps the boundaries, you punish him with withdrawal. I want to talk to these two first. The reason these don't work, and trust me, I have tried them, is because it presumes that he has no power in the relationship. It presumes that he has no idea who you are. It presumes that he's a little boy, and it speaks to the energy of him being a little boy, and therefore you being a mother. So, what you actually get in your relationship is a mother child. And actually, what we desire more than anything is a man. We don't want a little boy, right? So that's the first piece. The second piece, the third myth is that um, if it gets too difficult, you can always bail out, right? If he gets too lazy or he's not doing what you want, you can always bail out. Problem with this is, and I'm talking about healthy marriages now, I'm not talking about abusive marriages. This is purely, so don't come at me. This is purely for your healthy marriages where you know you're actually with a good man, right? This myth of you can bail out, and for a long time I was in and out. Energetically, in my marriage, there was always a get out card, right? The problem with that is it destabilizes the marriage. And what do I mean by that? There's always this undercurrent of it's not forever. And that's a really unsafe place for a man because he's fully invested. If he's a good man, he's fully invested. He wants to protect and provide for you and the babies. But if you're constantly flip-flapping in, out of the marriage, he's not going to know where he is and you're not going to get the best of him. And if he feels unsafe in the marriage, he's going to spend his time, because a man can only protect one person at a time. So if he's feeling unsafe, he's going to protect himself. So he isn't available to protect you. You're not going to feel his protection because he's going to be defensive all the time, right? This is huge. Just let this one land. He can't protect you and him at the same time. So if he's feeling attacked by you, he's going to defend himself. That's a big one. Big. So how does he feel safe? By not having this flip-flopping. You either decide you're in the marriage or you're not, and make a choice. That's a tough one, right? You're in or you're out, not this flip-flopping. And then another myth that we get told a lot, the fourth one, is around standing up for women's rights. It is my right as a woman that everybody else's marriage is like this, and you should be doing this for me, and you should be providing this for me, and comparing, right? Standing up for your rights. So comparing's the last one. Standing up for your rights. This is a rocky road because when you come at it with that energy, it's his responsibility to provide you your rights. It's nobody's. Because if it's his responsibility, then you are basically giving away your power. You're saying if he doesn't fix it, it's never going to get fixed. Ouch. So then not only are you putting him in a no-win situation, you're putting yourself in a no-win situation and the marriage. So standing up for your female rights and expecting him to sort it out is a flat no-win. And then the fifth myth is around comparing. I talk a lot about my marriage. I talk a lot about what has worked for me, but I don't expect you to do exactly that. What I expect you to do is take the gems that will work for you. If we compare or use strict structure and it feels misaligned, it's never going to work for you because it doesn't feel true to you. For a long time, we had relationship advice, and it was like, set aside this amount of time and you do a business meeting exactly like this. And I did give this advice for a while, and then I realized that it didn't fit for us because we're both ADHD superpowered. That kind of putting us in a box actually made us contract. It didn't feel expansive for us. So we created our own rule book. So comparing and trying to fit into somebody else's structure is not going to work for you. You've got to find your own flow. You've got to create your own love book. And so these are the key myths right here that I wish, well, I'm glad we worked through them because I know that they now don't work. So I learned through the contrast, and I'm gifting you them here now so that you can decide whether they're going to work for you or not. And you take from this what you feel will work. And to a certain period, it might do. And it'll get you to a certain point, and that's okay. The key learning here is be flexible, because as you evolve as human beings, so does your marriage. It's not a constant, this is how it's always going to be. I'm not the same woman I was at 17 when I first fell in love with this beautiful man. He's not the same man, right, as he was at 23. The evolution of us, me and him, and then the us of us, the marriage, means that there has to be fluidity in the rules, in the way you move things. And so one of the key elements I would say that has worked really well for us is reviewing, evolving. So we review what's working, what's not working. How can we be creative? What will work better for us in this season? Because marriages have seasons, right? Winter, where it's kind of dormant, where you're collecting your energy. Spring, where you're starting to seed things. Summer, where everything's full bloom from what you've seeded. And autumn, where you have to let go of things, where you actually have to release and let go of the things that no longer serve you in order for you to conserve your energy for the winter, to replant for the spring. And this cycle can happen in a day, or it can happen in a month, or it can happen in a week or a year. There can be multiple cycles that are happening in your marriage. And that's why the 5 myths I talked about don't work, because you have to be able to evolve and be flexible, because you are evolving as a person, as a human. And the key to this is, are you evolving on the same path, with the same mission, with the same values, with the same purpose? Because that's what really matters. Are you communicating this on a regular basis? Are you holding each other when either of you fall, and not making meaning or judgment of it, but simple compassion for another human being who's chosen to be with you every day? They choose. Every day you choose. This is the real work of marriage. This is the real depth. And I have no regrets, but I do wish that somebody had had this conversation with me much sooner. Maybe I wasn't ready to hear it. I hope you're ready to hear it today. And if not, that's okay also. If you want to go deeper, we can go into my community, Ladies Go First, or I have one for men, men only. DM me, or there's a link somewhere. You'll find it. Otherwise, it's been a privilege having this conversation with you. If you've enjoyed it, please watch the next video. Subscribe so you get notified when I create more. Let me know what you want to hear more about. Share with your friends. Why? Because my mission is to halve the divorce rate. Why? Because it's not that I don't believe in divorce. I think some marriages shouldn't be together, but I do believe the half of the people that get divorced didn't need to. If they'd have had these tools and strategies and having this conversation, we can create more loving, happy homes, fewer single parent families, where children, our next generation, have incredible role models for what real love is, conscious love, where mommy and daddy get to be mummy and daddy first, and then create a beautiful, outstanding model of what marriage relationships are. Peace, harmony, working together. Yes, ups and downs, but how we navigate that is really important for children to understand. How to navigate conflict, how to navigate differences, to have that role modelled in a healthy way. That's the dream for me. How to have role modelled, happy, funny, intimate older couples that hold hands and kiss in front of their kids and cuddle as the norm. Help me do that. If this is something that you really desire, help me do this. Help me spread this word. I really need your help with this. Thanks for your time today. Take care. God bless. See you soon.